Dylan Sadowy was no question the prince, scoring a first period hat trick, makes losing back-to-back games to Cincinnati a touch less painful. And with that, we bring it back one more week. Once again, Matt Melzak, the voice of hockey in Toledo, is here with us. Matt, I read Mark Monroe's article about it, yesterday's game. He said it was divine intervention. I would call it the holy hat trick. What would you call it?
Well, I mean, I would call it a natural hat trick first.
Well, of course,
because
yes.
it was the first 3 goals of the game. It's 3 in a row from one player.
True.
And that is the true definition of it. So that's where we'll go with it.
Okay, all right.
But I think it's fantastic.
I mean, it's fantastic given the fact they're coming off of back-to-back losses against the top team in the conference. They needed something, and bam, they get the hat trick, and they go ahead and they take the win. I mean, that had to be a huge confidence builder.
Well, no question about it. Not only that, Dylan Sadowy did hit the post, by the way, in the third
Would have
period.
4.
Could have had his fourth. It rang the iron, echoed all the way through the Huntington Center. It was that good. I mean, he had it going yesterday and Sunday. I mean, he had it rolling. So when you needed it, you got it. And Toledo really got a pretty complete game out of the game on Sunday, with something they needed. They needed a rebound. They did not look good in the first period on Saturday night, and Dan Watson talked about that. They didn't have it right at the get-go of the game. And anytime you turn over pucks or you make a mistake against Cincinnati, they're going to beat you. Because on Friday, they played a pretty flawless game. Now they lost the game.
Right.
They probably should have won. I mean, Michael Hauser was terrific. Give him some credit. He made some excellent saves. One on Justin Keir just pops to my mind in the third period. That probably should have been a goal. He stopped them. And you give Vasily Glotov credit for the lacrosse-style goal that, I mean, you get beat by a goal like that. What are you going to do?
Right.
Pat Nagel's doing everything right. Everybody is in the right spot. You've got him behind the net. And he scores anyway. I mean, Uncle, that's all you can say. I mean, you got it. You've done what you needed to do.
Yeah.
They just made a play, and you hope that as the season goes on that you'll make a play like that as well. And there is still 3 meetings left between the 2 teams, so not all is lost in the division yet. But you're firmly into second place. That's why I thought that game on Sunday was very key, Eric, because you had Kalamazoo, they were rolling. 7-0-1, 8-1-1 in their previous 10. And then they come into Toledo, they're 10 points back. If they win, now all of a sudden they're only 8 back. They've got some momentum going right now, and they're going to be a tough beat. But I'll tell you what, you look at the division standings right now, and those bottom 4 teams are separated by 2 points.
Yeah,
it could be anybody.
Well, this year it has a completely different. I mean, you would know better than me, but this year it has a completely different feel to me than previous years when we're just waiting. Okay, let's get to the playoffs. Let's get to the playoffs. Now it feels like every win is that much more important. Every loss maybe a little bit more painful, especially when you're losing the team top in the conference you're looking up to.
Yeah, exactly. A team like Cincinnati that you're trying to get better against. I mean, let's face it, the way the division playoffs are now, where if Toledo sits in the 2 spot, you know who they're going to get probably in the second round, and it's probably going to be Cincinnati. And so at some point you're going to have to beat that team, barring something really strange happening, which could happen. I mean, they're very reliant right now on what Rochester and Buffalo does. If those teams stay healthy and stay where they're at, then that team's not changing much, and it just hasn't changed much all year. I mean, they're sitting out 3 very good players. So, they right now they have the team, and it's very similar to what Toledo has had the last 4 years. And to find a way to win that 5th consecutive division title is going to be tough. Yeah. But as I just said, stranger things can happen. Just Toledo needs to play their game and play well, and I think everything will sort itself out.